charges of weapons misconduct, money laundering, and possession of narcotics for sale. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire an attorney of your choice, and I am going to appoint the public defender to represent you at this point in time. You do have counsel seated next to you for the purpose of today's hearing. We're going to talk about your conditions of release, and I have reviewed information provided by pretrial services. I have reviewed the interim complaint. And I have reviewed the state's recommendation that you be held on a bond of $75,000 and released to pretrial services if that bond is posted. Would the state like to be heard further?
Your Honor, he's got an ICE hold, which implies he's not a legal resident, which one can reasonably infer he's not a legal resident of the United States, which means he shouldn't be possessing firearms to begin with. Post-stop and pursuant to defendants' post-Miranda statements, as well as the subsequent warrant, the police located and seized almost 102 grams of cocaine, 3,000 in small bills, 3,000 in cash in small denominations, and 2 weapons. This is dealer weight, as well as a person who should not be possessing weapons, and there's all sorts of other indicia of dealing. The ICE hold makes him a flight risk, $75,000.
Thank you. And I had covered up my sheet, but I do show that there is an immigration hold on you, sir. So even if you were released, you would not be released into the community, but you would be released to the custody of ICE. Would the defense like to be heard?
Your Honor, given the ICE hold, I do agree that a bond makes sense. I disagree that the defendant is a flight risk. He has 6 years in the community and appears to have family here. I'm asking that the court consider that, as well as the verified housing and employment. In addition, at 41, he has no felony history. I'm asking for a much lower bond.
Great, so I am going to order that you be held on a bond of $50,000 cash or secured. If you post that bond, you'll be released to pretrial services. Well, if the ICE hold went away, you would be released to pretrial services. If you post that bond at this point in time, you would most likely be released into ICE custody, and that would probably lead to failures to appear that were considered voluntary, and you would likely lose your bond. That would likely be forfeited. If that were to go away and you were released, you would be released to pretrial services. You would be ordered to submit to monitoring or treatment as directed by pretrial services, to possess or consume no alcohol or illegal drugs, to possess no firearms or weapons. If there are any firearms in your possession, you must surrender them to local law enforcement. And your next court date is going to be March 17th. That is at 1:30. For a preliminary hearing. It is possible that that court date will change, so you'll want to keep in touch with your attorney. And if you were to be released and fail to appear for future court dates, a warrant would issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Sí.
Thank you. Your excuse for today.
Well, I have the answer.
Speaking, do you need a translator? Do you understand everything?
Yeah, I understand. That's the lowest that could get the bond for.
Yeah, that's the bond, but do not post it because you'll just be sent to ICE. ICE has from you. Do not post it until you talk to an attorney and discuss everything. Okay?
So I have to stay
Stay.
in the process. So if I
Go
pay
to an
the
attorney.
bond, I don't have to go to the process. I'll just get the form.
I don't know, sir, but that's why I want you to talk to an attorney. I don't know how valid this is or if they can help you with, but talk to an attorney. Okay, they will come and see you in a couple of days and you can ask all the questions you have. Okay?
Thank you.
Take care.
Galva?